Hi, everybody, and welcome to our final week of the quarter. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I know I did. I got a chance to see family after last year of not having everyone together. It was a huge blessing just to have everyone in the same place and everyone's healthy. So I hope that you had an opportunity to connect with people that mean a lot to you. And I hope that you feel energized and refreshed as we go into like this last big week and then we go into finals. So you're almost there. You can definitely do it. You've basically already done it. So just keep going.
Yeah,
But we just wanted to go through the final week and have some final parting thoughts for you because this is probably our last video together, which is
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
So I'll turn it over to Lisa to kind of say her piece, and then we'll circle back with the last tasks for me in 301.
Okay, wonderful. Well, first, let me start off by saying thank you so much for the wonderful job that you did with assignment number 3. It was a lot of work. It was the kind of work, as we talked about on the front end of the class, that isn't often done, this business of synthesis and placing multiple sources in conversation with each other rather than just listing them out. And I really enjoyed seeing the work that you were producing. I want to remind you that you're able to resubmit those this week. And I believe the policy as per the syllabus is it can go up, a B plus can become an A minus, and A minus can become an A. So feel free to take advantage of that. And I'm happy to have another look at any revisions that you're making, because that's what writing is. It's definitely not this, static. Now I've completed this, this is done. It's, oh, I have some things to add. Oh, I have some feedback here. Let me incorporate it in this way or that way. Um, and then this week, you'll also have the fourth assignment due, which is a smaller one. It's worth much less of your grade. I hope there's less pressure around it. It's more for you to be thinking about your next steps having to do with the topic that you've chosen. So let me just quickly go over then to the assignment, and we'll have a quick look. Hold on one moment. So I will share the screen. Okay. All right. So this week, week 10, or week 11, pardon
Mhm.
me. So hard to believe that we're already at this very last module here. Um, you've got 4 things, the first 2 of which are just your private work. One is which to read this short document. It's just a letter, a back and forth, sort of a a student questioning a professor at, I believe it's UNC Chapel Hill. And it's an interesting piece that had me really intrigued, thinking about um, from another perspective how to identify research opportunities, because sometimes we want to do more. We want to think about where we can continue with work or where we've identified gaps, but we're kind of not sure how to even conceptualize it. So this letter has you giving you some ideas about that. And then this video talks again about where good ideas come from, and hopefully it motivates you as you're moving into this final work. Again, assignment 4 is a much smaller piece. It's worth 5% of the grade. And it just has you thinking about where say you were working with native populations in palliative care. Where did you notice there wasn't enough research? Where should there be more work done on a topic like that? What is left to be said? What is left to be explored? And thinking about just reflecting on how that process might be continued to the greatest value for the population that you're working with. And then this final discussion board asks you to reflect, suggest, offer any feedback, and just a place for us to say goodbye to each other. It's been a pleasure working with all of you this week. I want to make the point that we don't have a final exam in this class. That's one of the lovely things about English studies, is you'll often find it's, once the writing is done, we're done. And so I know you've got a lot of work to do in some of your other courses. I'm glad to offer you the sort of respite from testing in this course, and that'll bring us to the end. So get any work submitted. Again, revisions of assignment 3, new submissions of assignment 4. I'm looking forward to seeing these final posts, and then that'll be it. I will have the grades completed soon after to submit for final grading. So um, after that, keep in touch as you're moving through the HIM program. If you have any questions, you need me to look over an assignment for you, I'm happy to help you. So consider me your English advisor as you're moving forward. If you need anything at all, you have my email address. Keep in touch, and I'm wishing you all the very best. And so I'll turn it back over then to Jonathan.
All right, guys, we're gonna take a look at our week 11 tasks, and then we'll get a sneak preview of the final exam. So let me share my screen. Okay, so for week 11, we're focusing on ethics. This is one of the big domains that we have in the competencies that we have to teach to for accreditation. So it's not ginormous in scope. It's relatively easy because you already know a lot about ethics already. There's a lot of things that guide your decisions, that guide what you do on a daily basis, whether it's your faith, whether it's cultural norms, whether it's how your family raised you, but all of those have an ethical base. So what we're going to do is basically dive into what is the definition of ethics and how does it apply within the world of HIM. So you've only got roughly 30 pages to go through in the textbook and a couple videos. So very easy, pretty light reading. For the discussion this week, we're going to look at the code of conduct. So every professional agency has some sort of code of conduct for ethics, how they govern themselves and expect their members to adhere to. So the American Health Information Management Association, AHIMA, has a code of ethics. You'll get an opportunity to look at those or some of the other professional trade associations like the American Nursing Association, the National Association for Healthcare Quality, but all of them, we've got links in the discussion board to take a look at their code of conduct. And then you're just going to write a 3-paragraph essay on the similarities and differences between them. So as you're glancing at them, just make some notes on a piece of paper that'll help you as you write your paragraph or your 3 paragraphs. Then we move into ethical decision making. So there's a tool in the textbook in figure 27.6 that is basically walking you through the 7 steps that are part of making ethical decisions. And so you're going to have a scenario and you're going to have to apply that tool, and that's what you're going to turn in. So relatively low stakes there. And then our final little paper. So these little mini papers, 2 pages, you're going to bring in a segment from the English class, specifically chapter 18, section 18.4 on divergent cultural characteristics. There's an article, and then there's also a web page that you'll want to explore. So, and within all 4 of these resources, you're going to tackle the following questions. So just kind of sketch them out like you've been doing all quarter long, and then you'll be able to get this paper written pretty fast. I wouldn't expect that this would take more than 3-4 hours to work on, honestly. So, and then for final exam. So that's it for our final week there. And then next week, the final exam will be available, and it's going to be reviewing 4 chapters. So you'll have access to practice quizzes so that you can go through and assess where you're at in the material. And then when you're ready for the final exam, you'll have 150 minutes, so it's timed, and there's 75 questions that you're going to explore. And so specifically, you're looking at chapter 5, chapter 8, chapter 12, and chapter 27. So the grading will be completely caught up by the time the 6th is done. You've already seen that there was a big push of grading over the weekend. Thank you for your patience. Take the feedback that you're getting and bring that forward into this. But make sure you do those practice quizzes. So if there's anything that you're still not clear on, feel free to text me, throw it in the help me forum, and I can give you the clarification that you need so that you feel prepared for it. I know that the midterm was stressful, not having the material graded in time to take the midterm to know where you stood on it. So, and I don't want that to happen again. So just take a look at those practice quizzes. And if there's anything that you need clarification on, post in the help me form, send me a text and I'll get that addressed ASAP. So, and then you're going to use the lockdown browser again for this, just like you did in the midterm. So if you have any issues there, just contact e-learning. So what I would suggest is try to schedule the exam earlier in the window that we have between the 6th and the 9th. That way, if you run into a technical issue, you can let me know. And if you lose power, if we have a winter storm, not a problem, just let me know. And then I can go in and adjust the settings so that you can retake it. So it's I don't ever want you to think that if you lose power or there's an emergency that you have, failed the class, because I've experienced that. It sucks. And that's not the goal of this program. So, but that is it. So thank you guys. I really appreciate the opportunity to help guide you through HIM. I definitely am sorry that this quarter wasn't as effective as it was on my end of things. This is not something that I am proud of. And I know Lisa and I have been talking a lot this quarter, and I've been talking with Corinne a lot on how to improve. And I hope that if I'm teaching with you in future classes, that it's a better experience for you. I can definitely give you that commitment that I want to see you guys grow in your field in HIM. I want to see you succeed. I want to see you, move into those new positions as you grow. So, and I just, thank you for your patience. So it's not been an easy quarter, but I think it's going to continue to improve as we get closer to graduation. But thanks, guys. And any final thoughts, Lisa?
Have a wonderful holiday. Have a good break. I hope you get a chance to take some rest for yourself. Um, may this new variant not be an issue. May we all resume what we perceive to be the best parts of our normal life. And just wishing you all the very best. As Jonathan said, we are so excited for you to succeed, be part of this good industry. And we're pulling for you. And again, if there's anything at all that we can do for you, we're here for you. So thank you so much. It's been an honor to work with you.
Yeah.
And I look forward to hearing from you about how you're proceeding with your profession and your life. So thank you. And thank you to Jonathan. And I wish you all the very best.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't have said it better. So thank you for all the hard work, guys. It has been it's been a journey, and I know it's not easy starting a program. There's a lot of anxieties that go into figuring out how do I even begin a bachelor's degree, and you did it. You're here. You've made it to the end of the course, and you're doing great.
Yes.
So just keep pushing. We'll get through it, and you're on your way to your bachelor's degree. So have a good break and have a happy new year. We'll see you in January.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.